Good day, traders. Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be speaking about a look ahead in this upcoming week. You always want to know what's going on, what's going to be happening, so because it affects your trading. So you want to make sure that you are aware of upcoming events in the market. Before we begin, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me so you can get notified of content like this and other good news in the markets. Also, hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in joining a trading community of other traders where we get together, we talk about things like this, and we help each other succeed in these markets. It's good to bounce ideas off each other so you can get to the next level in your trading. Go down to the link in the description, join the free Discord. The link is down below. Also, if you are trading or you're beginning trading and you want to get better at it, I have a book. It is written by me, a 14-year trader. It's on Amazon. You can get it in the link down below. This book covers everything from strategies, successful strategies to use, to a better understanding of the markets and the charts, and not only what you're seeing on the charts, but why it's happening. So go down in the description and you can get that book from Amazon. Without further ado, so let's talk about what's going on this week. So we all know that it is a short week. It's a short week, but it is. We still will have Friday trading, but we will close early on on Wednesday. We'll close at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. That's Christmas Eve. And then obviously on Christmas Day, the markets are closed completely. All right, and it's a big day when all the major stores are closed. That's when it's a big day. Walmart closed, everything's closed. So that tells you, we're in for an exciting short week. I hope you all enjoy time with your families or your kids and have a good time. I love to see the smile on their faces when they in my household, when they open the gifts and all that good stuff. But anywho, let's get to it. So Monday, December 22nd, we got some pretty good things in this short week. It's kind of jam-packed with information and economics, so it should be quite volatile, and everybody's waiting to see if we're going to have that Santa Claus rally. But what people don't realize is they say it is technically the last 5 days of the year, and then the first 2 of next year. That's the technical Santa Claus rally period. Alright, so all eyes is on that to see what we're going to do. Alright, so let's get into it. So Monday we got PCE data and core PCE. It's going to be covering the month of October and the year period for October as well. Alright, so now PCE, for those who don't know, is basically how much each household is spending. How much money is coming out of each household, okay? And the PCE price index, though, it measures how much those items are costing. So if you want to know if it's rising or falling costs. Now, the best measure, what they typically like to use, is the core, because the core is minus the food and energy, to give a more linear reading, less volatile PCE reading. Because sometimes eggs and all that could go up and down or whatever, and it could throw the whole price target off. But anyway, you can see here the previous amount 0.2 for month over month, 2.8 year over year. So you want to get the numbers, you want to keep them down, hovering there or lower. So all eyes are going to be on that at 10 a.m. Eastern time Monday. Okay, Tuesday we got durable goods and we got GDP. We got the third quarter GDP. That's a pretty big measure of the market there, and that's at all of these are at 8:30 a.m. The forecast is 3.2%. So if it comes under that, if it comes over that, that's actually a good thing. So we want to keep the numbers increasing. You want the gross domestic product to continue rising. So also New home sales. This is quite interesting here. New home sales is at a weird time here. I was looking at the calendar here, and it's weird times at 3:01, 3:02, and 3:03 p.m. Eastern. You're gonna you're gonna get new home sale numbers coming out. So Power Hour Tuesday should be real fun. Power Hour on Tuesday should be very fun, and those numbers are gonna cover the month of September, October, and November. Because remember, we had the government shutdown, so a lot of numbers were put off. So they're catching up with those numbers now. But I just found it quite interesting though that the time of it is just a weird time at 3:01, 3:02, and I'll show you here 3:01, 3:02, and 3:03 is when you're gonna get those numbers coming out on Tuesday. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Wednesday, again, markets close early at 1 p.m. Eastern. For the main markets, you do have the secondary markets in the wheat and all that other stuff. They have different times, but the markets that we usually trade, the U.S. stock market, for the most part, is closed at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, but you still have some juicy numbers that come in on this day. You got initial jobless claims, durable goods all durable goods orders at 8:30 a.m. and crude inventories at 10 a.m. All right, so we still got some good stuff coming up, and this is going to determine what happens in the market. But these numbers should kick off the market one way or the other. All right, so then Thursday we got the big day, Christmas in the United States and other places as well. And then also Friday is going to be a trading day, but it's no news. And as far as earnings, no earnings this week that's of significance. So pretty much everything's going to rely on these news articles. So now let's go ahead. Oh yeah, also I do want to mention. Let's get to the charts. Let me pull the charts up. I want to mention that back on December 1st, the Fed injected $13.5 billion in liquidity into the markets with their repurchase agreement. It's one of the largest injections in recent years, making it the second largest since 2020. So it's one of the largest injections of money into the markets, liquidity. It was 13.5 billion in the overnight repurchase agreement. And so I got that marked up on the chart. So a lot of people may wonder, when you're looking at this video, you're wondering, okay, what does that mean for me or you or whoever? So again, that means that they injected what it says. It basically is kind of self-explanatory. They injected money into the markets, and then it's also injected into the banking system. This usually happens when the banking system is stressed or liquidity is starting to tighten up a little bit. All right, so it's used to basically like a stimulant, like how we get how we had the stimulus checks and all that stuff. Well, this is that for the markets. All right, so that was on December 1st. So I got it marked up here so you can see it. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. All right, and so as far as the charts are concerned, and technically what we're looking at here. All right, so what I am looking at here, this is going to be a key level here at this 25,880 level on the NQ. Let me go ahead and mark that up here. Alright. Yep, so around this 25,880 is going to be the telltale area on the charts here. Alright, so we had we had a high. Now we had a lower high at this point here. This was about the beginning of the month here. It made a clear lower high. Alright, so in order to prove that we're bullish, we're going to need to break above and hold above, not just clip above and wick out and come back. We needed to actually get over, and the way I like to trade it is retest. I like a retest. Retest confirms the move. Retest confirms, and this goes for any technical chart. You can write that down if you want. Yeah, but retest actually confirms. So for me, the best thing would be for to get over, retest, and then show strength, and then we'll definitely be going to new highs. But this is the line in the sand right here. So, but I will say this: Volume here, it's it's decreasing volume, so that's something to look at, and it's not a end all be all. But price is rising, but the volume is a little lower on those rises. Now the volume could always catch up. It doesn't mean that it's automatically, but it's just something to keep an eye on. Something to keep an eye on. So remember, if you looked at my video last week, we were at this point right here. I'm going to show you. We were literally right. This is the candle where I made the last video last Sunday. Well, it was right here actually, because it was an inside day, and I told you that we had a slightly bearish outlook for the next couple days, not for the long term, but because of what the ES was doing. The ES actually, the SPY. I'm sorry, the SPY. I'm gonna show you here. The SPY, it did a look above and close. I'm sorry. Where were we here? I'm looking at the wrong chart here. I think it was on the ES. But anyway, you get the point. Oh yeah, here it is. The ES. The ES on that same date, it did a look above and failure of the high. So that right there told me last week that we were going to be in for a couple days, and sure enough, we were. So the call outs are the call outs are good. So just giving you that heads up. And this was the day last week, and it went down. So you might be saying, well, okay, you're telling me that for what? Well, so because I'm telling you, because what I'm going to tell you next is something to keep an eye on. So again, right now we got this right shoulder going on here, this right shoulder deal, and this is going to be the line in the sand. You're going to get a push up into it, and then a rejection, or you're going to get a push above it, retest it, and then a push that should take it over highs. So that's the two scenarios right now. So this area is one to look at this week. We're coming into it, so that's the beautiful thing. We're gonna get a big move one way or the other. That's the exciting part. In this week, we're gonna get a big move, maybe even coming tonight or tomorrow, because we're coming into a huge area here. This is a very big deciding point. So you're gonna get something big here, or you're gonna get something big above. But either way, it's something to look out for. All right, that's all I got for you today on the look ahead for this week, and the technicals behind it, and what you should look out for as far as your trading. Again, if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for me. Get the word out to others. Help them as well. And also join the free Discord. It's down in the description. Also, if you want to elevate your trading, this is what I learned when it comes to books. You have to take advantage of those things. I have the book in the description, Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, right? But here's what I want to say about that. You would be leveraging someone's experience from a lot of years. In my case, 14 years. So when you read a book, and then this goes for any book, if you read a book from someone who has